Galactic Histories, Navigating Dimensions. Dimensions and Densities. UFO and ET experiencer literature often mention life existing in different dimensions and densities. This includes UFO craft, orbs, extraterrestrials, extradimensionals, non-human intelligences, and celestial realms. These intelligences and environments are said to be vibrating at higher or faster frequencies than Earth and humanity. Some understanding of the nature of densities and dimensions is needed to avoid misconceptions. Apparent contradictions or complexity in data or narratives can sometimes be resolved from a dimensional perspective. Dimensions of form. The term dimension can also apply to mathematical forms. Physics can refer to extra dimensions of space and time. This presentation is not about dimensions of form. In this presentation, dimensions and densities refer to different ranges of frequency or vibration, slower or lower frequency range, and a faster or higher frequency range. A good analogy is the narrow frequency range of visible light our eyes can see. Our eyes can't see the X-ray frequency range without special technology. Imagine frequency ranges much higher than we experience, even with technology. These frequency ranges are called dimensions or densities in experiencer literature. Experiencer literature used in this presentation can be found at the end of this video. Most experiencer literature describes dimensions and densities using scales of 7 or 12. These scales could be considered arbitrary since frequency is on a continuum. A few authors use other scales. This presentation uses a scale of 12, which has become common over the last decade. In this presentation, density refers to beings, while dimension refers to environments or realms. For example, a 6th density ET might visit a 5th dimension planet. Many sources talk about a dimension or density of an experience without stating the scale they are using, which can be very confusing. Texts written last century or information from some star beings may use a scale of 7. ET craft travelling from a higher dimension need to lower their frequency to physically land on a lower dimensional planet. A 5th dimensional craft is invisible to the 3rd dimension. A 4th dimensional craft may appear as a glowing orb to the 3rd dimension. As the craft lowers its frequency, it becomes physical in the 3rd dimension. Different dimensions and densities provide different experiences. 12D is said to be a blissful experience, close to source. 3D can be a fearful experience of maximum polarization for many, love and hate, good and evil, right and wrong. 3D to 12D is a continuum, as fear, a sense of separation, service to self lessen, frequency rises. The experiences, intentions and perceptions of a 3D being are very different from those of a 9D being. For example, 5th density ETs may express more love, compassion and service to others than most 3rd density Earth humans. However, 5th density ETs may also have craft with high energy weapons and be fighting an interplanetary war. 9th density celestial beings operate from love, with love. Understanding the intentions of extraterrestrials visiting Earth can be challenging. A 5th density extraterrestrial may not have the experience or understanding of a 6th density extraterrestrial. A 5th density ET may try to help lower density beings with naive missionary zeal, or expect them to join their just war. In the past, some 5th, 6th density ETs were considered to be gods by Earth humans. Communication of concepts across dimensions can also be challenging. Most humans communicate with words, while most extraterrestrials communicate via telepathy. Experiences attempt to describe images, rapid telepathic downloads, or experiences of communion that are often beyond words. The vocabulary, worldviews, beliefs, assumptions, feelings and intentions of the experiencer influence the communication. For example, an experiencer may not understand the difference between a star system, a galaxy, a universe, or the multiverse. Communication of times and dates across dimensions isn't easy. Many sources describe how the experience of time changes across dimensions. Days in the 7th dimension may be experienced as decades in the 3rd dimension. This example and the table is illustrative only, not an exact equivalence. The experience of time is subjective and fluid. Star beings aren't always as they appear. Celestial beings may look like a ball of light. Angelic-looking beings may not be angels. Some ETs use technology to project what they want others to see. Scary-looking beings may be spiritually advanced, and apparently lifeless non-human intelligence may be a very advanced life form.